Flash point. The fans flash on wide range. That point. Commenting on myself, talking shit, telling me my video stuff. And she would like repeat feels like what that's what I did. I did with all the minutes. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, one more thing why this gets so fast. It's what about it all. That's why it's so aggressive. Oh, I forgot to
Check it out. We ain't playing no games right now. 2017, baby. Niggas always hated on me since day one. They don't really love the max. That's why I got a gun. Niggas trying to test me, thinking he can press me. What? I'm 9'8" with the coke, but my niggas 2,000 with the Pepsi. Yeah. No more passes. 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 Pull up, we gon' pack you out. These niggas always want shit. Watch. These niggas really envious. Watch. These niggas really cowards. Watch. These niggas is delirious. Watch. No more passes. No more. No more passes. No more. The same niggas always broke. Be the same niggas asking. Got me riding with the 7. YG, I'm a legend. If he move too fast, I'ma shoot too fast. And my 7 gon' dead him. Nigga fuck with me, I will touch him. Press him so hard till I crush him. Press him like a prune or a raisin. Through the fear, get righteous desperation. I can smell it, I can smell it. Nigga about to start telling. We ain't even touched dude yet, huh? And he already snitched. No more passes. No more passes. Nigga fuck with me, I'm sending goons and assassins. No more passes. No more passes. No more passes. Pull up, we gon' pack you out. No more passes. No more passes. No more passes. Pull up, we gon' pack you out. Watching all these niggas cause they all snakes. No such thing is easy, just the hard way. Give a nigga room and take the hallway. Waiting on the nigga, you be waiting there all day. Y'all niggas. A lot of you niggas ain't shit. The nigga that you riding with a bitch. Y'all know it. Skinny jean nigga with a switch. I called you out, nigga, now you pissed. All you 20 gangsters, quit. Stop. All your pieces petty, quit. Stop. Since I got a gun, I'ma use it. What? Keep it real for my fans and the music. Jumping on routes, no pass. No pass. Dropping to the lane, no pass. No pass. Niggas playing games, no pass. No pass. I'ma give them what they want, a reaction. No more passes. No more passes. No more passes. Pull up, we gon' pack you out. No more passes. No more passes. No more passes. Pull up, we gon' pack you out. A lot of you niggas ain't loyal. Different tree, same soil. Fuck around, might even call yourself loyal. Same fountain, different oil. I told you these niggas ain't shit. Told you. Riding around with the Rams and the whips. But if you need it, they ain't never got it. They be them broke niggas always flossing. Y'all know these niggas ain't real out here. Y'all niggas ain't real. All cooked up and peeled out here. poppin'. Got these youngsters looking weird out here. You a weirdo, nigga. You ain't from around here. Call a shot, nigga, slow like molasses. Slow, nigga, fake. They ain't really with the action with it. Let's get a few things clear around here. Ain't gonna be no more passes out here, No more passes. No more passes. No more passes. Pull up, we gon' pack you out. No more passes. No more passes. No more passes. Pull up, we gon' pack you out.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Sound like that. Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2.
Niggas always hated on me, since day one. They don't really love the max, that's why I got a gun. Niggas trying to test me, thinking he can press me. What? I'm 9'8" with the coke, but my niggas 2,000 with the Pepsi. Yeah. No more passes, 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 no more passes. Pull up, we gon' pack you out. These niggas always want shit. Watch. These niggas really envious. Watch. These niggas really cowards. Watch. These niggas is delirious. Watch. No more passes. No more. No more passes. No more. The same niggas always broke. Be the same niggas asking. Got me riding with the 7. YG, I'm a legend. If he move too fast, I'ma shoot too fast. And my 7 gon' dead him. Nigga fuck with me, I will touch him. Press him so hard till I crush him. Press him like a prune or a raisin. Raise through the fear, get right to desperation. I can smell it, I can smell it. Nigga about to start telling. We ain't even touched dude yet, And he already snitched. No more passes. No more passes. Nigga fuck with me, I'm sending goons and assassins. No more passes.
In a world where men are increasingly becoming the minority, the Too Much Moxie podcast is the show where men can come and talk and address some issues that affect them. For example, provider stress syndrome, PSS, is an epidemic affecting today's generation of males. The modern women are more independent and look down on their men, and when you are not being appreciated or celebrated enough as a man, it can lead into serious symptoms such as suicidal, depression, substance abuse, etc., which in fact may be at its root what PSS/provider stress syndrome really means. The goal of the Too Much Moxie podcast is to help men to better understand themselves, their relationships, and what it means to be a man. In today's society, it seems like the only thing that matters is being rich, successful, and powerful. But what about those of us who are not? What about those of us who are not rich or successful and feel like we don't fit in? What about those of us who don't have a lot of friends or family members that care about us? What do we do when no one else is there to help us through the hard times, and how can we help ourselves? I personally believe that men need other men around them at all times. But what happens when we lose our sense of masculinity and become more feminine as well? How do we get back on track and reclaim what it means to be a man? The Too Much Moxie podcast will cover many topics related to this topic, including relationships, sex, and dating.
I feel like I join the choir. Shit, I should go to church. Amen. Praise the Lord. Amen. Amen. Praise the Lord. I think I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with distinctions, it was wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with distinctions, made that chicken got real wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir. What you know about losing your best friend, or losing your best man, losing your blood brother from a sister, wishing you can free him again. All the real niggas put y'all hands in the air for the real niggas y'all getting lost. All the real niggas tell y'all gang the air for all the bitch niggas y'all that's tossed. Man, this shit got real crazy, feel like we losing niggas on the daily. All I had tears in my eyes, anger said somebody need to die. I was trying to get some get back, they killed my homie of a bitch nigga. I be down, won't get my get back. Let's crack and look at me wrong, that boy about to get his shit pushed back. I think I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with distinctions, it was wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with distinctions, made that chicken got real wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir.
All right. Welcome to the Too Much Moxie podcast. I am your humble host, Too Much. And with me today is the co-host, the big Walter Downing. Give me just a minute real quick here to mess with these controls. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay.
Yeah, I just can't see.
Okay, so we're about to fix that in just a minute here. We can't see each other for whatever reason. Okay, I know what I gotta do. I know what it is. There we go. Boom, shakalaka, laka, chief rocker. We in the building, y'all. We in the building, man. Y'all gotta bear with me, man. I got some technical difficulties in here right now, man. I got all kind of notification that keeps flashing up on my screen that's messing me up. This laptop, man, I'm about to ready to throw this laptop at the wall and hope it don't bounce back. You know, it's all kinds of things, man. But we in the building, man. Y'all see us as it may, and y'all see the title. Why men and women can't seem to see eye to eye. Why we can't see eye level, Walter? Why can't women see what we see? Don't they have vision?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's like you have the woman's perspective and you have the man's perspective. And for some reason, we just keep going like this. We just keep missing each other. It's like, can't you see what I see? Why can't we seem to get along, work together, see eye to eye, move the goalpost forward for the advancement of the family? Instead of moving the goalposts just to move it so we could be right.
It's by design.
It's by design. Okay. I'll follow that logic. What design is that? Whose design? Whose design? That's what I want to know. Whose design?
I know people are getting tired of me talking about saying this, but this is basically the design pretty much of everything, pretty much most of the shows that we're doing. All the entities and government, anything that's out to exploit people they don't like unity. They don't like people seeing eye to eye, because if people are united, they see eye to eye, then they're not making any money off of you. They're not getting any power or political power off of you. And so what it is, if they can, it's so much to talk about, and we might have to get into more of it, like on the Patreon or something like that. But in a nutshell, if I can cause your family pain from the get-go, if I'm an entity and I can cause your parents pain, that'll make you say, you know what, my mother did this or my father did that, so you know, I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to, but even though if you do research, you'll find out that having a healthy relationship has so many benefits, but we're not caring about that. We're more concerned about, oh, I've been through this in life. This is the pain I've been through. So that's why I'm not going to get into a relationship. I just watched Chico Bean the other day on some kind of show, and Chico Bean said he will never ever be in a relationship, and he just keeps it 100 with whatever woman that he's with, and he just lets her know, look, I don't want a relationship, I don't want to get married, I just want to do my thing while I'm out on the road. And there's some women that's down with that, but the reason why, and this is what I'm getting to, when they asked him why, I think he was on the what's the Charlemagne the God show or whatever, he said it's because he's seen what his mother had went through with his father, and he doesn't want to be the cause of anything like that. And so where does that pain come from? That pain comes from something systematic that's set up by an entity. You know, when they do these redlinings or when young men are taught things by hip hop culture, young women are taught things by hip hop culture that's also controlled by other entities. It just spirals down into pain, and now you have people making decisions off of pain instead of making decisions off of logic and information. And so that's why we can't see eye to eye.
Man, that's deep, and almost make me think about deep state. Are we going that route? I mean, it seems to me that there is propaganda, there is something that's messing with the synergy between men and women. There seems to be a disruptor. There seems to be an egocentric thing that's going on in society today, where the sisterhood is stronger than the brotherhood, right? And the brotherhood is fighting against the sisterhood. And it's like, the brotherhood's just saying, hey man, we need y'all to teach the sisters, manners, morals. And the sister's like, nah, girl, we're gonna teach you how to get this money. We're gonna teach you how to get over on these men. We're gonna teach you how to thought it up in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, and we're gonna teach you how to settle down in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, man. That's winning to them. They're like, we gonna teach you how to get all that fun out of you in the beginning, and then when you get older, we're gonna teach you how to find you a simp to take care of you. I'm like, if that's the strategy, cool. If y'all want to go that route, cool. But just understand that men aren't on board for that. So we definitely not going to see eye to eye with that. We want you to get married before you're 27. If you're not married at 27, you waited too long. Something's wrong. You're holding out for someone that's not really there. You wasted your good years, your good youth years, your prime, right? Where you could be getting pregnant and have a family. I see so many beautiful women, these IG models, and they're not married. They have no ring on their finger. It's like, what are you doing with these beautiful so-called IG bodies, right? What are you doing with these so-called beautiful bodies? You're running up your body count for what? To what end? Just so you can make some money? because you're only young once, right? And then when you get older, then what are you gonna do? You're of no value to a man because you gave your womb up to some other man. There's no
But
honor in stepfatherhood. There's no honor in being a stepdad. There's no honor in that. But if we're gonna do a show, man. The reward of being a stepfather. The reward of being a stepfather. And I want somebody to find a reward for me. What did that man get?
Yeah, there's not, because look at everything you just said. Who is teaching? Who is teaching them that? Our ancestors aren't teaching them that.
They sure aren't.
You know, thorough men aren't teaching them that. So if you're not learning from your ancestors, or you're not learning from your thorough, and when I say ancestors, I'm not talking about mom or grandma, because in these generations now, mom or grandma is young enough to be part of the shenanigans of entities right now. But look who's teaching it. Like, if you're not being taught by a solid source, if you're not being taught by a solid worldview, you will never see eye to eye with a solid man, a thorough brother, or even on the men's side. If you're not taught by a solid brother, if you're not taught by solid ancestors, you're never going to see eye to eye with a traditional solid woman. I mean, even if it's a woman from over here that's solid, maybe she might not be that traditional. Like, if you're not raised the right way, you're not going to know how to steer that right. If all you're doing is, remember, a couple shows ago, I was saying, when you see people reference something in real life, when you see people talk about a subject in real life, why are they always referencing the fiction? Why are they always referencing some fictional character? They're referencing some kind of Tyler Perry movie, Best Man, blah, blah, blah. You can't reference real life, but it's set up that way because the people who produce our media, they want our reality to start mimicking their fiction. And so that's the problem that we're facing. And
you're right.
It takes a person. Right. Yeah, it takes a person to be able to say, look, I'm with you, you're with me. Let's unlearn all this nonsense from the media. Let's unlearn all this nonsense from, oh, your mom was a single mother. Let's unlearn that nonsense and let's just do us. Let's match up our worldviews, match up our beliefs, get rid of third-party influence, and let's just do us. But a lot of people don't want to do that because the system with these entities has made it so convenient and so beneficial to the individual that they don't want to give that up. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to give. I got a PhD now. What are you saying? I have to give up my smarts just to be with a man? No, you don't have to give up your smarts, but you just have to get yourself in a place where you can vibe with him. No, I'm up here. I'm up here. He's down here. We're not going to see eye to eye because there's a big I and there's a little you. Or a lot of these, I'm trying to figure out a nice way to say it. A lot of these Section 8 females, and that's putting it nicely, that's paying $50 for rent. They're going, I don't need you. I'm gonna laugh at you could be making $5,000, $6,000 a month and still struggling to pay your rent. Section 8 females is gonna laugh at you. They're like, oh, I got a house. Ha ha ha. I got benefits. Why should I see eye to eye with you? So it's
right. I mean, it's a power struggle dynamic, right? You got women wanting men to get on their page. This dude keeps calling me. Let me just text real quick.
While you're looking at that, look what 140 said. 140 said women are telling them you're not a man if you can't help raise their kids they had with another dude who's still smashing. Yeah, and but who tell? And we can't even see eye to eye with that because society tells women, oh, it's okay. Like society says a man should never have an opinion on a woman. What? No, if this is my life, my relationship, the person I'm with, I should be able to have a say. I should be able to have an opinion. And why is it that the man can't have an opinion? Why is it that the man has to be this docile person? How come a docile man is the only thing accepted in society? If we're docile, we can't take the mantle that we need to take as men and be the man over our household if we're docile. So it's
a beehive mentality. These women have a beehive mentality. That's what it is. These women are insects. The modern women today thinks like an insect. They have a beehive mentality. They want one queen and they want many busy bee workers. They want options. That's why they're so upset with the passport bros, right? Because passport bros are taking away their options. If they leave, who are they going to get to settle for them when things don't go right?
Older stamps.
If we get all the men that they don't want, right? See, supposedly, I guess I'm an unwanted man, right? Because I'm considered a passport bro because I got me a overseas wife, right? So even though I was good here, I was getting plenty here. I just decided, man, you guys are stupid. I don't want to play. I decided I don't want to play the game. I don't want to play the game. I just don't want to play the game. You know, I don't care about looking handsome for y'all anymore. I don't want to play the game because y'all not even, you know, it's true what they say, man. The pH balance of the women here in the United States is off. I'm tired of having to do the smell test, the what is that, you know, smell in this room, or I'm tired of walking into filthy houses of these women who can't even clean their house. I'm tired of meeting a woman online, and then when you go back to her tilt, her floor is on the bed. You know, I'm like, what is this? How are you living? You ain't got no furniture up in here. Oh, can you help me? Can you help me buy some furniture? You want to move in? I'm tired of the come up. So I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with you modern women, with you Americanized women. Y'all have lost your mind. I gotta find peace of mind elsewhere. So I went out the country, found me a little thing, found me a little fine thing. Said, okay, this is it. Hard working, right? Hard working woman. Found me a hard working woman. Said, oh man, I've never seen no woman in the U.S. work as hard as this woman right here. Scooped her up, put her on the team. We doing our thing now. We winning, right? But it's like when you come back out, it's like the hate is still here. It's like even when I say I don't want to mess with y'all, they still want to hate. They still want to talk mess. They still want to practice their misandry. It's not misogyny, my darling. It's misandry that you're practicing. And that's why we can't see eye to eye, because you're calling me a misogynist. And I'm calling you a misandrist. So there's no way we're going to see eye to eye. That's the problem there. Like you mentioned, Walter, the fairy tale. You want men live in the real world. Women live in a fantasy world. You're never going to get me over on that side. Because no matter what, I still know how dangerous the world is. I still know you got to look both ways before you cross the street. I don't care if you got street lights that help give you some kind of safety and direction. You still got to watch out because these cars are going to come running right through there, right? So I know that the world is a dangerous place, and we just made it soft. We made it soft for you ladies. We made it soft. And the reason why we made the world too soft. We made the world too civilized. We should have kept it archaic in some senses. There should be some zones where women should not go because it's too dangerous. There should be some lions, tigers, and bears out there that they should be like, oh my. There should be There should be some level of wild west, even where you gotta watch. You gotta watch what you say to the next man, because he could, he could be quick on the draw. There should be some of that element, because now we depend too much on these race soldiers, these police, these lawmakers, these politicians who don't fight no wars, but love to run their mouth. There's so many reasons why we can't see eye to eye with the women, because they're joining this Democratic Party, and we like, that's not for us. But you want to join? They want to join other groups like the Alphabet Mafia. They want to side with them when they're like, don't you understand that they're against you? They're against you as the woman. They're against the nuclear family, right? So there's no way we're gonna see eye to eye when our women are constantly being controlled by pastors that are pimps, entities that are pimps, political parties that are pimps, the government, the county check pimp, the EBT pimp,
PhD pimps.
the PhD. We got to compete with the PhD pimp, the one that says you got to get a degree or you can't succeed. You got to get a degree or you're not intelligent. You got to get a degree and get milestones in debt, or you're not educated, you're not sophisticated. And we got men, saying, babe, we don't need to do that. I just need you to watch the kids right now. I just need you to stay home and make sure our kids are safe, that nobody's touching our children. Babe, I just need you to make food for the family, to make sure that we're healthy, that our body is sustained, and that we're not eating this chlorine and this toxic food that they, I gotta make, I need you to study how to purify our food and our meat so we can stay healthy and live long. I need you to homeschool our kids so I don't gotta worry about giving them the jab before they go to school, because I don't know what's going on with all this stuff that's happening, people just dropping. I need you to get on our page, on my page, so we can fight this globalist agenda, right? Because they're trying to push us into this, and I'm trying to keep this. I need you to get on our page. But we're not seeing eye to eye. We're not seeing eye to eye because the enemy has found ways to divide us. The enemy has found ways that are appealing to the woman, and have found ways that are appealing to the man to keep us divided. They brought in this feminism, right? This whole feminist movement thing is the biggest divide between male and female. Biggest divide. And it's forcing us to reevaluate our home and our structure and our foundation. It's causing us to relook at certain topics and hard discussions. It's causing us to say, hey man, you know what? Check your attitude at the door, man. I just got back from work. I'm not in a good mood. I don't want to hear all that. It's get to the point where these women, they go to work unhappy. They come home unhappy. Then the house is unhappy. No, that's not the way it should be. When I walk in that home, I should be smelling something. First of all, I should be smelling something cooking. I should be smelling something sweet, some sweet aroma that says, this is a home here. I shouldn't come home and the kids running around crazy and tearing up the house. I shouldn't be able to walk into a house that's dirty, period. But it's happened like that. And there's so many excuses that women are making of why they didn't do this and why they didn't do that, because I gotta pay. You know what? If you gotta pay the bills, if I gotta depend on your income to pay the bills, something is wrong. I need to go to work and free you of that burden so you can focus on the house. Men and women don't see eye to eye, Walter. They're not seeing eye to eye. Women tend talk more than men. Men tend to be more direct and to the point. Women, they can't be direct at all. They're just vague, right? But now we have a new problem because of this single motherhood. We have to deal with men acting like females in men's spaces. Effeminate males who are messing up for everybody, who are messing up for the real, the reason why they say men can't lead or black men can't lead, right, is because they have a bunch of effeminate males running around here.
Right, and they're putting out teachings that's just terrible, like Derek Jackson type stuff. So it's pretty bad. And but even before we get to the single mom thing, one of the biggest things that we can't see eye to eye on is because solid brothers aren't having kids early and kids by anybody willy-nilly and blah blah blah. And so what's happening is a lot of the entities that I'm talking about, they don't take sex seriously because they feel as though with all this sexual liberation and whatnot, that they know that when people have kids early, outside of marriage, outside of unity between the man and woman, that's easier to exploit those people because those people will be more desperate. And so what they do to get people in the situation like that, they take away accountability from women. They take away consequences, the threat of consequences from women until those consequences happen. They say, yeah, just be sexually liberated. You can sleep with 10 guys by the time you're 17, but then when that woman has 3 kids by the time she's 22 or 23, they're not helping her out. Maybe all they're going to do is say, here's this government assistance, or you have to fight to get your degree by yourself. Maybe leave the kids with grandma. You know what I mean? Because you had kids by Pookie and Ray Ray.
I'm tired of grandma raising the kids, man. I'm tired of grandma raising the kids, man. You got to raise your own kids. I'm tired of this younger generation and the way they raise their kids, man. I really, don't make me go down that route. Let's just stick to men and women not seeing eye to eye, because the way I see these youngsters are scared of kids. They're scared to spank kids for whatever reason. I don't care, man. Your child is going to respect me. That's bottom line. If you don't want your child to get spanking, then you make sure that they're taught some respect.
Right.
I'm looking at these young kids. They're like, I don't want to touch you. I don't want to. What? Don't let kids tear up the house. Don't let kids run crazy. You need to instill structure and discipline. You need to exude authority. If you see this, and this is how these men treat women. They treat women just like they're like, I don't want to say nothing to her. I don't want to, she's not gonna be happy if I tell her if I tell her the truth. Let me just lie because it's easier, and I'll get what I want, and then man, you're not a man. You got to be direct with women. I don't care if they don't have to like what you have to say, but they do have to respect what you say. They don't have to like it. What is this that you got to get the approval of kids and women in order to move and function in the earth? You got to be a man.
Well, that's all by design too, because whenever a woman is losing an argument in a relationship, all she has to do is call the police. And they've made it like that.
Same thing with kids. Kids can call the police. Women can call the police. Man, let me tell you something, man. I'm going to put down the law. This is what it is. And this is what it is. If you don't like it, you go stand in the corner, you go get a spanking, or you go back to the parents who you belong to.
Right.
And they deal with you, because babysitting privileges is off after that point. If I can't control your kids, they get too wild. you got to take them.
But that's why we can't see eye to eye, because society or entities will tell a woman, you know what, it's cool to coddle your kid. It's not
No, it's
abuse.
not cool to coddle kids, no.
When actually covering your kid or coddling your kid it is just another form of abuse, because like we said it before on the
That's
show.
child abuse, right?
Yeah, there's plenty of guys.
It's more child abuse to not instill structure and discipline in your kids than anything else. You are teaching this kid. You're actually giving them a one-way ticket to jail, because when kids think they can get away and do anything they want to do, when they think they can just when they think they can control adults, right? They get in trouble, because they're gonna find out real quick with them handcuffs behind their back, and somebody's forcibly putting them in a place they don't want to be, and making them, they don't understand this. They don't understand that if you spare the rod, you spoil the child.
But the government
spoil the rod, then you spare the child. They don't understand that those simple terminology that come straight from the Bible.
Oh no, they do. They understand it, but that's why the certain entities doesn't want that going forth, because they don't want a strong man in the house straightening up the child. Because if you have a strong man in the house directing the child, then that means who's not directing? That means the entities aren't directing that child. That means the government isn't directing that child. Right. Hey, why do you need that man when you have the police? You have juvenile hall. You have the police.
Why do you need a man when you have a gun? And what did we find out from the last topic? Can you use a gun for everything? Can a gun solve all your problems, ma'am? No, because guess what? You're going to come into some disagreements that you can't use a gun for. Then what are you going to do?
Right.
Use a gun anyway and go to jail? You can't use a gun for every situation. And I always go back to that. Who created that gun? Who created that weapon that you so love and use, that you think it's going to protect you? Don't you know a 9-year-old boy can take a gun away from a grown woman? Don't you understand? Don't you know that there's been studies, there's been things shown where it says, okay, you wrestle this grown woman, wrestle this young boy, and that young boy gives her the business.
Right.
The business. So I get it why these women have to emasculate these men so they can control them. But the best thing you do, instead of emasculating that man so you control them, why don't you give that man around his father so he can get some discipline and some structure, so he can learn how to be a respectable citizen.
Instead of calling the police on him, that young man, allowing that man to go to juvenile hall or
you got women putting their own kids in prison, man, putting their own kids in jail, calling the cops on their own kids because they can't control them, because their manipulation tactics no longer work, because that kid has realized what's been going on, and it's lashing out and it's upset. So it's like another issue. You're right. Men and women don't see eye to eye when it comes to raising children. We don't see eye to eye when it comes to raising children. You got your way of doing it. I got my way of doing it. But let me tell you something. My way is probably a lot more efficient and a lot more better, because it comes with some standards, it comes with some structure, and it comes with some discipline. I was raised up in a home that had structure, that had discipline. I was raised up. My dad was in the military. He ran his house like it was the freaking military. You wake up at this time. You do chores at this time. You go to school at this time. You come home at this time. You watch TV at this time. You play outside at this time. You go to sleep at this time. So many times I come home. So many times I see children up past 8 p.m. Man, we were lucky. 8:30. You had to be in bed. You got a chance. You got enough time to watch the Cosby Show, and then you go to sleep after the Cosby Show.
And I know women probably rolling their eyes at you, but look at the data and look at the results.
Man, how many women can you walk into their home and talk to them at 12 midnight and you still hear their children up? Hey, baby, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing okay. What's that? Oh, that's my baby. They still up. It's 12 midnight. Oh yeah, they going to sleep. They going to sleep. They gonna get there. We just, I gotta let them run around a little bit more. What? Get them kids in bed at a certain time. Give them structure. They should be on routine. They should have a set schedule for a nap and all that. But that's what happens when you don't have structure. Kids just run around and do whatever they want to do. That's why men, again, big thing why men and women don't see eye to eye, because we don't raise kids the same. I said like I said before, from 0 to 3, a child needs nurturing. But from 3 to adult, they need structure and discipline. And that's what we got to get through to these modern women. You can't keep running your home like a circus.
But look what's going on. Structure and discipline is seen as misogyny now. Like structure and discipline, that's why we can't see eye, because a lot of, and I'm not far right, because I feel as though bipartisanship is just bad for, especially bad for the Black family altogether in their own ways. But they're taught that if you're a strong man and you're trying to direct your kids like that, that you're being controlling, that you're being whatever they want to say. However, that a lot of the men that's in prison right now that don't have that strong father, they're in prison for that reason, because they don't have that direction. And so like the reason why we can't see eye to eye is because society has taught women in general that a male leader in that fashion is unfavorable. That he's unappetizing. That you need a passive and a docile man, so you can be you can be your own woman and blah blah blah. You know, it's no unity. That's why we can't see eye to eye.
Is there any science to this, Walter? Is there any science? Like, is women's brain structure different than men? Is men larger or smaller? Do women's brain larger or smaller? Is there some chemical imbalances that is different in a man and a woman?
I don't. According to what I've seen, I don't think so. I think it's just it just goes back to the plantation thing and the conquering thing that I was saying before. You know, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but that's just what it is. When one nation conquers another nation, they lock up or kill the men, and they take the women and children captive, and they have the women and children go by their customs. And so right now, solid Black men or solid men in general, it doesn't matter what race, are being held captive by certain legislature, held captive by certain social things, you know, because we have been conquered in society, and the women and children are left to go by their standards, the standards of the government, the standards of these entities, the standards of corporations, the standards of brands. And right now, those things are controlling women and children, and that's why we can't see eye to eye. That's really what.
I'm gonna ask you the same question, just in a different way, man. I'm just gonna keep trying to give you a different perspective. Are there innate differences between the male and the female behavior?
Innate differences?
Are there innate differences between the male and female behavior? And if there are, what are they?
In general, I see them being controlled the same. Not amongst solid men, but if you just look at the men that they're training up to be like females, like they pretty much act the same now, you know. But there is a difference between solid brothers. I mean, solid men that aren't subscribed to that, but they're kind of doing the non-binary thing and trying to make no difference between men and women, and that's the problem. That's what's going on to me.
I was on a Twitter space, man. I was on a Twitter space. I was on a Tariq Nasheed Twitter space, man. They always got this. Do I really want to open that up? They always have these. They have this T on there that comes on there a lot. Right? to
Yeah.
to kind of bring some comedy relief to the serious topics. And you know, yeah, they had this tea on there, and they asked, they were like, speaking out against black men speaking against black women, and this tea was on there calling black men, like they're misogynists, and they're putting down the sisters, and then one of the sisters came up and said, "Excuse me, you can't speak for me.
Right. Right.
Our black brothers are holding us accountable, and they're trying to uplift us, even though we're not listening. But I don't ever think you can speak for me. Don't try. We don't need you. We don't need you to speak up." And it's like, how can we see eye to eye? Well, I don't care. This is my thing. I don't care if you're gay, straight, trans. If you're a man, you're a man. You're a gay man, you're a straight man, you're a trans man. You're a man who wants to be identified as a woman, but you're still a man. You can't change. You can't change that. So my thing is this: you need to be a man. You need to act like, and you can like whoever you want to like, but you still need to be a man. That's my issue. You can't switch up and say, "Well, I'm a feminine man." What does that mean? What does that mean? And then you have these modern women agreeing with them, agreeing with the delusion, helping it, assisting in this traumatic situation. I'm trying to be as delicate as I can. I don't know. We'll see what happens with YouTube, but men thinking straight lines. The quickest path to the quickest path to any destination is a straight line. We want to get there the quickest, simplest way as possible. We don't want to waste time. It seems to me that our modern women, that our women, they don't mind wasting time and getting to, and then all of a sudden saying they'll, instead of saying this is how my day went, they'll tell you everything that led up to that day, and then they'll say this is how my day went. Whereas a man will come in, you ask a man how his day is, he'll tell you exactly how his day went. My day was crap, and it went like this. We have to learn how to communicate. We have to learn how to understand each other. We have to learn how to be empathetic with each other, but we also have to be able to learn how to be corrected by each other in a respectful way. There has to be something that you respect about that man, and there has to be something that you respect about that woman in order for you to see eye to eye. Because if you're in a delusional state, I already know that there's no eye to eye. If you're running around looking like a Democratic shield, and I'm a conservative man, and you're running around with these liberal principles, we're already not going to see eye to eye. If you're so far on the right to where it's almost like you've been brainwashed by systematic racism, systematic white supremacy, we're not going to see eye to eye because I'm moderate. I can get with a little bit of the left, and I can get with a little bit of the right. But we can't see eye to eye if I'm voting over here and you're voting over there. See, we have our women who are against the interest of or against they're against the principles of what a man is based on their indoctrination,
Right.
based
Right.
on liberal ideology, based on education because they got so educated. Our women are against us. We're trying to move right, they're trying to go left. We're telling you to lay low and duck. They're trying to look up and see so they're trying to take the shots that we're trying to protect them from. We're saying, get behind me. Let me take these blows. And they're like, no, I want to stand right next to you. Or I want to jump in front of you. And then they get hit and they don't like when they get hit.
Oh, they lose their mind. Oh, we got a comment too.
Too real. Oh, we got my boy, Too Real for Industry. Let's read the comment here. We're considered a commodity, so their purpose is for us to crash out to keep filling the job positions. Nobody wants and to justify their harsh law enforcement and prison industry. USA is the biggest hack. I mean, yeah, that's what these entities are doing, man. I mean, they're trying to make us a commodity. They're trying to make, especially black people. We are the biggest money making machine in America still, and we're not slaves. We're $1 billion industry unto itself. They're banking on us to make all the bad choices. They're banking on us not to read the contracts. They're banking on us not to have good credit. You know, they're banking on us to be the ones leading the way going to college, right? Because they want to indoctrinate us. They're banking on us sending our kids to public schools, which is really the school to pipeline to prison system. They're banking on us to continually not see eye to eye and to continually make single mothers. Because who are they going to put in jail? Who are they going to lock up?
Who are they going to make money off of?
Who are they going to make money off of if they're not making bad decisions? There's a lot of money made off of bad choices and bad decisions. A lot of money is made off that. A lot of money is made off you, the common person, being ignorant. They want you to be ignorant of the law. Because if you're ignorant of the law, it's easier for the police to control you and push you around. Get out of your vehicle. Why, officer? Because I said so. Get out of your vehicle. Give me your license and registration. But I'm not even driving a car, sir. Doesn't matter. Give me your license and registration. You see what I'm saying? They want us to be ignorant. They don't want you to be knowledgeable, because the moment you're knowledgeable, you're a threat.
Right.
And here's what's going on with our women. The biggest reason why we're not seeing eye to eye with our women is because there are entities in the way preventing us from seeing eye to eye. There is big business in making sure the man and the woman don't see eye to eye. And they put all the incentive on the woman's end because they're the ones that they're expecting to crash and destroy the home. They want to get you with alimony. They want to get you with child support. They want to destroy your family.
Right. And speaking of that, can I touch on the communication point that you
Go ahead.
Men and women used to, like, our ancestors used to always preach that men and women had to come together and talk. Even in civil rights days, even back in the slavery days. I'm trying not to go back to the slavery days because people get tired of that. But
let's keep it current, because we already know that plays a part. But let's keep it current so they don't think that we just, everything is always about slavery, because it's not. I'm over it.
So let's just take the civil rights days, because that was about 50, 60 years ago, civil rights days, right? You got the Black Panthers, you got Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all of them. They all met, they all communicated, they even taught each other how to communicate with your spouse, right? And so ever since the technology came in with social media and different things like that, women have more of an outlet. Oh, instead of me going to talk to my man, let me talk to social media about it. Instead of me going and talking to my my spouse about this, let me make a let me make a cast on what's that what's that ratchet site that I was telling you about the other day, where people just go and just talk about different subjects, and
Clubhouse.
huh?
Clubhouse.
Yeah, Clubhouse, and the other one with the other video one that I was saying.
Bigo Live.
Yeah, those type of things. Like, they will spend hours talking to other people about something that they could have talked to their spouse or their significant other with for at least 45 minutes to an hour. But now we have, because of the way social media is, people will rarely talk to their spouse or rarely talk to their significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, whatever. They'll talk to them for like 5-10 minutes maybe, but they'll talk to social media and the world for 3 hours. Something's wrong with that. And that's part of the reason, but that's designed, because if you communicate with the world more than you communicate with your spouse or your significant other, that's designed for you to fail. That's designed for you not to see eye to eye. That's designed for everybody to be all up in your business. When you're married, what's one of the number one things that you're taught when you're married? Hey, don't let a whole bunch of people up in your marriage. You know, that they have to be like professional or something, you know, and that's only when you have an actual problem, you know. But now, if you have a marriage or a relationship or something, now the whole world is involved. Now you got the whole world giving input, and asking the whole world. That to me, that's disrespectful. So you can go talk to the world about our issues, but we can't talk for 5 or 10 minutes about it. You've been trained to do that.
Yeah, man. Women, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Another reason why men and women don't see eye to eye. Because men, we're not going to jump on social media and put our business out there. We're not going to talk to social media about our problems. At least the thorough men are. I do see a little bit. We got some effeminate males out there that I see them writing novels on Facebook about their problem and their life, and you know, that's not masculine, bro. That's not masculine. But we definitely hate it when our women do it. They get on social media, they go on live. Oh, this nigga. Oh, he did this. Oh, girl, you need to come get him. Come get him. You know, he's acting up again. Really? I just saw. Let me tell you something, man. I literally watched a woman get married on Facebook and get divorced on Facebook within less than a year, and it was all on Facebook. All on Facebook. You see her jumping on live with her husband, and he's like, and he's like, "Will you get off live?" And she just has to jump on live and show that she got a husband. And you can see this brother's like, "Will you just will you put that down? I'm right here. You could talk to me. I'm right here." But she got to jump on live, talk to her friends, show off her husband. And I just watched that relationship just go from, if this is the best thing since cottage cheese, to you're no longer, you're single again. You're single and alone, and it's all his fault. But you were the one on social media putting your business out. He had to tell you, "Hey man, get off social media, on social media live." He had to tell her while she was on live, "Hey, get off social media." And she still wouldn't do it. See, we're not seeing eye to eye, man, because we don't need, men.
Wow.
We're simple. We're simple. You'll destroy your whole relationship by putting out your business on social media. And then when they got divorced, she just slandered that brother even more. Oh, he only did this. He only did that. He only worried about his kids. He not worried about mine. Blah 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 blah. Oh, he took the car. He took the truck. Man, and we're just watching it, eating popcorn like it's a movie. Like, this is drama. We love drama. We love drama. Let me go back to the comments. Too Real for Industry says, our women are being played against us because division is their strongest weapon, and being at the top of the most hated race list, and by us hating each other, it makes it easier for others to say we don't care. That's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact.
Facts.
All women are being used as they don't even, it's sad because we can see that they're being used, but they can't see. And that's another reason why we don't see eye to eye. We don't see eye to eye is because men are piercing into reality and women are piercing into their delusion. We're trying to pierce through that delusion and give you this reality check. And you like, nah, man, I'm cool on Neverland. I'm cool living in Neverland. I'm cool living on Peter Pan's Island. I'm cool living in this fantasy world where I'm on a pedestal and men have to treat me a certain way no matter how I behave. I'm cool. And we're like, nah, man, that's not real. We're trying to tell the women, hey, man, the economy is not always going to be good. It's not always going to be great. You need to come on back home and come back to reality. No. I like living here on Neverland. Neverland is the best. Neverland, I'm treated like a fairy. I can just buzz around and cause chaos and leave and do what I want to do. And we're like, but I'm telling you that Neverland Island is not real. It's gonna come tumbling down. And you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be the worst. The worst is gonna have to happen for them to wake up. The economy is really gonna have to fall. The economy is really gonna have to shut down again for them to finally come to their senses. Because they've been living on this fantasy island for so long. And we built it for them. We put them there. It's our fault. We put them there. Not my fault in particular, but men's fault in general. Society, because we allowed this to happen. We allowed them to live on a different island than us. We put them on this pedestal, and then we decided to be the worker bees.
Right.
But now when we want them to come back to reality, now it's difficult because they don't want to come back. They don't even believe it's reality. They don't believe what we're saying is true because they're so comfortable on this particular island, this fantasy island. And real talk, man. We're getting played against each other.
So with that being said, since we're at the hour mark, make sure anybody viewing or like and subscribe. But since we're at the hour mark, what about solutions? Is there any solution to this? Men and women not seeing eye to eye. Can we reach some of them, or can we not?
Well, there's two sides of this coin, right? There is the side, and I'm gonna speak just for the Black community, that says the Black community is so messed up that is irreparable. We can't fix it. We just have to start our own. The Thorough Brothers just have to start their own community now. We just gotta move out of the hood, build our own community, build a new Black community, however that looks like, right? Hence, there's Passport Bros. You can go. There's another solution. You could say, forget United States, forget the Western world altogether. Get your money up and go find your traditional woman and live out there. Raise your kids out there. Put them in private school out there, right? Because we know if you send them if you send any child to school in the United States, they're getting indoctrinated, and they're most likely going to come out a bot. They're most likely going to be speaking like the Matrix, right? They're going to conform to the Matrix. That's one solution. Just say, you know what? Ditch these bad women, these modern in 2023. You know what the saying is in 2023. Who pays?
She
Who
paid.
pays? She pays. That's you make them pay. You make them pay for your time. You make them pay for your advice. You make them pay for your work. You make them pay for your resources. You make them pay. If they want to hang out with you, they're paying for it. It's on their dime. Not because you're an effeminate male or you're changing roles and becoming the woman in a relationship. No, you're being smart. You're saying, hey, my time is valuable. I'm reclaiming my time. My time is valuable. So if you want me to hang out with you and waste time, you got to pay. It has to be worth something to me. Either I know I'm about to get something, or you got to pay. Take me out to dinner. Take me out to lunch. Take me out for breakfast. Buy me clothes. Take me shopping. Make it worth my time. Otherwise, I'm focused. I'm I'm chasing after my purpose, right? I'm on my grind. I'm on my hustle. I'm better. I'm growing as a man, better in myself. And I don't got time to be distracted by no harlot, by no Jezebel, by no modern woman, by no masculine woman. I don't got time to be. Time is money. I don't got time to put you on this pedestal. We got a solution from the audience. Too Real for Industry says a solution is to go harder, speak louder, and unite with those that agree. Our women see, but they get benefits for playing their games, and we get belittled, downplayed, and disrespected by them and our kids. That's a fact.
Right.
Solution is to go harder. The solution is to go harder. That's the solution. Go harder. Unite with those that agree. Start your wolf pack. Men get on code. If we get on code, the women gonna have to get on our program. The longer we're off code, the more women are not going to get on our program. Men have to unite. Men have to get on code. Men have to have standards. And we can't lower the standards. We can't. I don't care how fine you are. This is my standard. You either meet me here or we don't meet anywhere. That's how we do it. That's the solution. That's the solution. And also get your passport so she knows you got options. Get your passport. Like, hey, if you ever get out of line, I'm gonna go see Marisol down in the Dominican Republic.
Your volume cut out. Nah, your volume's out, bro. But yeah, no audio. You can hear me though, right? Industry. I'm pretty sure you can hear me. But I'll just while he's fixing that, I'll just say this as my final point. Okay, good. You can hear me. I'll say this as my final point. I believe that Moxie was correct. And just on top of that, I'll say that us as men, we need to create our own entity where we're standing up against social media, where we're checking social media personalities like Derek Jackson and whatnot, where we're checking preachers for trying to preach misandry. Because it's funny, preachers will preach about the Jezebel thing, but when we talk to preachers about relationships, they always want the man to cater to the woman. So if we make our own entity as a man and start checking some of these other entities, that'll help us out as well. Is your audio back in?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
I had to switch to my phone, man. I had to switch to my phone. I'm gonna restart this laptop and see what the heck is going on with it. But we're gonna wind down a minute anyway, man. Man,
Yeah, that was
great
point
comment
anyway.
from the community, man. Great comments from the community. Too real for industry, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming out, showing some support, man. Coming up with some great solutions. Coming up with some great answers. But what I was saying is that, you know, we are our own. Let me tell you something. Let me talk to the black people. We are our own Messiah. There is no Jesus coming to save us. He already came. If the second coming is the body of Christ, we are the body. The Spirit of God, the Spirit of Jesus, is what is already here. And the moment black people, black men, and even men in general get on code, the moment we unite it as one, as a collective, we only need 144,000. You don't need 1 million. We just need 144,000 brothers that have decided that they're not going to bow their knee to Baal. We just need 144,000 brothers that said, I want out of the matrix. I don't want to be a bot. I don't want to be used as propaganda. We just need 144,000 brothers that say, I'm going to get on code. And we could take back everything that we lost. Everything. I truly believe that the collective, black people working together as a collective, black men specifically, working together in a collective, we could take back our women. We could take back our households, our families, and get on code. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. I truly believe that when we start working together with the collective, we can do great things. And we don't need everybody. They talk about the Pookies and the Ray Rays, right? The Lames, all that. Let me tell you what we need. We just need 100. We just need brothers that said, I'm going to be righteous. And I'm gonna set up a standard in my home, and everywhere that I tread, I'm gonna have a standard. If we start dealing with if 144,000 of us just start walking on one accord, doing what we're supposed to do, eating right, living right, moving right, we could change the world, baby. We unstoppable. We're our only worst enemy. You see, let me tell you something. It's not white people killing black people. It's black people killing black people. We're our own worst enemy. It's not white people hating on black people. It's black people hating on black people. It's our own women. It's not women from other communities talking mess about black men. It's black women who are talking mess about black men. The other communities, they love us. They love us. Travel outside the country, my brothers, and you'll see that you are loved. The solution is real. Men, get on code. Now I'm going back. I'm not going black. I'm talking to men, period. If you want to get your women back in the Western world, you want to get your manhood back, you want to get your respect back, get on code. 2023, who pays? She pays. Make her pay. Make her pay for your time. Make her pay. Do not take any woman out on dates in 2023. They're taking you out on dates. Let them feel the burn. Let them feel the sting. Let them feel the hurt of rejection of you walking away from her. Oh, that's going to piss her off even more.
Oh, they don't like rejection.
Reject them. In 2023, reject them. Reject these women in 2023. Make them feel rejection. They hate rejection the most. So instead of you hollering at them, they need to come holler at you. You are the prize. If they don't put you on a pedestal, put yourself there. And I guarantee when they see how well you treat yourself, they're gonna have to step their game up. See, we look at these women with their Muppet eyelashes and these long fingernails and this fake hair, right? And the problem is y'all still give them attention. That's the problem. You make them think they look good. They're like, well, I'm still catching with these Muppet eyelashes. You still give them the attention. Just stop giving them the attention. Shut down the OnlyFans by not going to it.
Shut down women like what's it called? Steve Harvey's daughter.
Shut down Lori Harvey.
But
shut down Lori Harvey. I don't care how fine you think you is and how fine you walking around here. Guess what? I ain't got nothing for you.
There's no way women that toxic should still be getting men.
No way.
That's the man's problem.
Yes. Say it. Say it. That's real. There's no way toxic women should be getting any time from thorough brothers. Period. Let them deal with the simps. Let them deal with the weak men, but you don't gotta deal with them. See, brothers, I'm going straight biblical, and I'm gonna appeal to the biblical side. We just need 144,000. We don't gotta wait for the Bible. We can bring the Bible to happen right now. We don't gotta wait for a miracle. The miracle is right now, my brothers. You getting on code with the collective. We know you're strong individually. We know you're strong independently. But when you get on code with the group and we move as one, we can take over. Too Real for Industry says, that's so just, but a lot of black men feel we're in competition with each other. For each business I start, less friends I have, and that fuels women because a social media and a great tool. We just got to use. Man, you're right. And I'm gonna tell you like this, brother. Keep starting more businesses. Keep them more haters. Because I support your business. I support what you're doing. I'm not hating on you.
Shout out your business, Too Real.
Man, yeah, shout out your business here, man. Let it, man, this brother is a thorough brother. We talking. Too Real for Industry is a thorough brother. I can vouch for him. I can tell you straight up. But I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. Start more businesses. Continue to succeed. Like I said, we don't need everybody to get on code. We just need 144,000. Why 144,000? Because the Bible says there's going to be 144,000 in the last day. And I think we're part of the 144,000. The 144,000 who are not going to bow their knee to the matrix. We need more Andrew Tates. I'm sorry. We need more Andrew Tates. Whether you like them or not, we need more Kanye West. Or Ye. I'm sorry. We need more Ye. We need more Martin Luther Kings. We need more Malcolm X's. We need more brothers that are going to say, I am not going to bow my knee to modern women, to emasculation. We got to get on code. We got to work with our brothers. And you brothers that that can't get on code and want to be simps and want to be haters all your life, guess what? I don't care. We still gonna outshine you. We still gonna make more money than you this year. You still gonna be dusty and broke because we don't need you. I'm serious. We don't need. I just need 144,000. 144,000 men who want to get on code and want to change their life.
Sure, even the simps with money is going to be broke because they too busy paying for her apartment.
Exactly. Let the simps get these women, y'all, in America. Let these simps get these women in America. And let us get the women that we want, that we deserve. Let us have a standard. Let us raise a community. Let the 144,000 raise families in America. Let 144,000 passport bros. That's what we need. 144,000 passport bros. Brothers to go overseas and get them a woman. Get them a traditional woman. And we can change the world. I promise.
Let's check with the pick-me's too. Let's not leave them out though.
Pick-me, let me tell you something. Pick-me's, you're a pick-me, but you can't be a pick-me that made too many bad decisions.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But we can still unite though.
We can't. We rocking with you pick-me's, but we need y'all pick-me's to step it up too. Because a lot of these pick-me's I'm looking at, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of y'all, you're not the men. You're not the ones we would choose. Not because you're a pick-me, but it's more, you got to watch your weight. You got to get in the gym. You got to start doing things that are attractive to a man. Every woman should be in the gym 3 times a week, at least. Looking your best. Every woman should be practicing their femininity. So you become better and more feminine. Every woman should be hanging around other women who are feminine and traditional. We need to bring back the virgins, y'all. You know how we bring back the virgins? The 144,000 go start a family, and we raise our daughters in a chaste way, and then we give our daughters to the other 144,000 men who are thorough, who are raised by fathers, who are raised by real men. That's how we do it. I just need 144. I'm talking about the 144,000 righteous, y'all.
That's what I'm doing. I have a daughter.
Shout out to my boy Big Walt, man. Doing it the right way. Because some man is gonna walk up to Walter and say, "Thank you for raising this woman to be a wife. You've made my life easy. Not a headache. Brother, let me give you a dowry right now. Bow. Because you did your job as a man." See, let me tell you something. If you want me to pay a dowry, you better be a virgin. You better be a wife. I'm not against dowries. I know we don't practice dowries here in the U.S., but I'm not against dowries. I think we should bring back dowries. Because if we brought back dowries, guess what? We would bring back chastity. We'll bring back virgins. We would bring back men doing their job to raise the daughters to be wives and the men to be husbands.
Pookie and Ray Ray can't afford a dowry.
Pookie and Ray Ray can't. No, this ain't. Listen. Listen. A lot of y'all Pookie and Ray Rays, y'all been getting stuff for free that other men have had to pay for. And I get it. Get it how you get it. Get it how you live it. Get it how you live it. But also know this, that as you getting it for free and some other man has to pay, as you getting another man's wife pregnant So when they reach that man, they already have your child with them. Those men are not messing with those women that y'all mess with. That's another thing. If we find out a woman is messing with a Pookie and Ray Ray, you're done. You're done. You're done. If we know that that's what you prefer over real thorough brothers, we don't even want you. We don't even want you. And I'm talking to the 144,000. We out there. We strong. We coming together. We are coming together. That's all I got to say, man. Walter, you got any last words, man? We about to get up out of here, man. But y'all know why we don't see eye to eye. There's so many things that are blocking our view, and we're right in front of each other. When all we gotta do is look in the mirror and see ourselves for who we really are. And see our partner for who they really are. We gotta get on code, my brothers. We gotta get on code. 2023, it has to be different. And the only way it's gonna be different is if you make it different. And that's all I got, man. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. Got any last words for us, Walter? Get up out of here.
Guess I'll say one more thing.
Shout out to the chat today, man. I thank y'all for showing up.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already. Those who are watching the replay, man, hey, man, this one might not be up very long. Y'all might have to come to the Patreon to see this one. Y'all check me out on the Patreon, Too Much Moxie, at Too Much Moxie Podcast. One more question. We got one more comment from the chat. Too Real for Industries coming with it. We gotta make sure we're instilling this in our daughter's head, along with all young ladies and young men that'll listen and tell them or prevent them from having kids in a mixed up relationship. Yes, exactly. Exactly. We gotta instill this in our children, man. We gotta instill this in our children, man. We gotta instill this in our daughters. We gotta instill this in our sons. We gotta tell our sons, hey, don't mess with the harlot. You mess with the harlot, you mess with the Jezebel, bad things can happen. We gotta go Bible. We gotta go back to the Bible. Man, let me tell you something. The Bible has never been more truer than today. The Bible has never been more true than today. So let's get on code, y'all. Let's get on code, man. Let's get on code. 2023. If these women aren't seeing eye to eye with us, here's the solution. Go find you a woman that sees eye to eye with you. Go find you a woman that will get on your program. Travel wherever you got to go to find this woman. You go there. That's what you do. Walter, close this out. Close this out, Walter. I'm talking too much. Close this out, man.
Yeah. I know we put a lot of I know we're starting to put accountability on women, which is great. And that's a long time coming. But while we're doing that, we can't forget that we have accountability. So Moxie's right. The more men that get on code, I'm sure that even though all women or most women might not follow, but the more women that get on code, we'll start seeing single mothers or alpha females start switching that switch off. Because when you have a lot of brothers that's on code, they don't have no choice but to flip that switch off and become more feminine, or they'll just leave and not be around us. But that's fine, because then they won't be in the community of what we're trying to do. So the more men that get on code, I believe it'll spark a change in the women that it needs to spark a change in. I think it'll start relieving some of the stress and frustration, and the women who it's for, they'll say, wait a minute, there's a lot of brothers on code. I like this. I can learn from it. Let me switch off the switch that society and the entities has had me switch on for so long. Let me switch that off. And so that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm praying for. And that's about it. So get to work later.
There you go, man. Hey, this has been another episode of the Too Much Moxie podcast. As men, you know what we do. We never give up. And we never bow down. Too Much Moxie podcast. We are out. Peace.